Earlier, we pondered how the Dionysian could discharge itself into Apollonian images on stage. What can motivate this aside from some nebulous desire to see the god incarnate? Nietzsche uses a familiar phenomenon to account for Apollonian tragic images. Think of when you stare at the sun and then turn away. In order for the eyes to heal themselves, we may see black spots. The inverse is true in regards to these art impulses. Should we stare into the Dionysian abyss, we see bright art images as a healing effect when we turn away. The Apollonian impulse is trying to heal us from the prolonged glance into the primordial reality. What is difficult to understand here is the following. We may grant that the Dionysian discharges healing Apollonian art images on stage. However, why must Greek tragedy be so tragic? Why must it have such pessimism inbuilt? If the Apollonian impulse really wanted to heal us, wouldn't the Apollonian be effervescent in light? Why do our players suffer so much? It is hard to say. This might just be the way it is for the author of Greek tragedy. Individuated images and a lawful universe may only temporarily cover over the Dionysian truth. The titanic efforts of individuals may ultimately have to give way to the Dionysian, again, for individuation is so very flimsy and dissipates so easily. Suffering may be the very cost of having individuals on the stage, of turning away from the Dionysian. Nietzsche has a wonderful metaphor for it, where the Dionysian is the ocean and the individuals are but the crests of waves, rising and then plunging back into the abyss. Perhaps the individual's downfall is just as inevitable as those crashing waves reuniting with the ocean. This is what happens when the Apollonian and the Dionysian interact with one another.